What's up, everybody? This is Xtreme, also known as Tumiti, your boy from Destined Live Media. We're back with My Ride and I. My Ride and I is all about the riders and their rides, getting to know them, getting to know what they've done to their cars. Today, we are here with a special guest. We are here with Mr. Chippy.
Oh, we are with me.
How's it, my brother?
Hi, Nick and you.
I'm good. I can't complain at all. My people, we're right here at the Pork Shop in Mahikeng, in the industrial side. That's one of our proud sponsors who let us be here every Thursday. If you want the best meat in town, the best bright meat, come to the Pork Shop. Whether you want pork, whether you want beef, boars, we have it all. Come to the Pork Shop any day. We are open Monday to Saturday from 7 a.m. until 7 in the evening. Bruh, what's your real name? Vincenzo. All right. Let's do it like this. Let me let you introduce yourself to the people before I get in and dig deep into your life.
Okay. My name is Vincenzo Williams. I'm from Mahikeng.
Okay.
Originally from Mahikeng. Stayed here all my life, mostly.
Okay.
And yeah, that's me.
That's
I'm also known as Chippy.
Chippy.
That's my nickname that I'm better known as.
Where does Chippy come from, my brother?
Bruh, if I tell, I'm gonna lie to you. One of my cousins that passed on, I think he gave me the name.
Yeah.
And I can't remember why or how, but
It just
stuck.
came.
It stuck
And you've been taking it.
my whole life.
And it seems like you're proud of it.
Yeah, I am. I don't know why, but yeah, it's who I am. Bruh.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you say you are born and bred in Mahikeng.
Born and bred in Mahikeng.
Okay. Where do you stay?
I stay in Golden.
Okay.
Most of my time in Mahikeng, I stayed in Golden.
Okay. And where did you do your schooling?
Soplaki.
Soplaki.
Primary and secondary Soplaki.
Soplaki is one of the cheese boy schools.
Yeah, bruh. Strive for excellence.
So at least someone is proud to be a cheese boy.
Yeah, no, what can I say? Bruh?
Okay.
What can I say? I mean, Soplaki is one of the best.
It's one of the best. No, that's good, my brother. Can I ask your age?
I'm 30, I'm turning 31 this year.
Okay. No, that's interesting. And your work background, if I may ask?
Look, most of my life I've been self-employed. I've never really had a proper job.
Okay.
I worked at the mine once in Luxembourg at Lafarge, but that was about it.
Okay.
Other, just, you know.
Is there any reason why you prefer to be self-employed?
It's not that I prefer it, it's just my circumstances, you understand? I finished school, I passed my matric, I went to study in Cape Town, I didn't finish, and yeah, ever since then I've just been putting anything that I can.
Okay. Okay, I thought you like me who never liked working for someone.
I haven't experienced it really, so yeah, I can't give you any input on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I understand, my brother. Now, Chippy, I've known you to be very deep in the motor sport industry or the culture. You love cars. Where does that come from, my brother?
You're gonna love that. Well, it's a combination of my father and my two grandfathers.
Yeah.
Growing up, I stayed in Freiburg for about 5 years.
Yes.
I was born in Mahikeng, then I stayed in Freiburg for about 5-6 years. And mostly I stayed with my grandparents during the day.
Okay.
So, my father had a Datsun 180U Triple S coupe.
Okay.
I always thought it was my grandfather's car because the car slept by my grandfather.
Yeah.
So he would always, start the car and I would ask him to rev it. And, it was a nice car. It was a two-door coupe and
Yes.
you don't get them anymore. But that and also, you're gonna love. But I was into lawnmowers. When I was very young. I don't know if it's anything with the motor, but it started with lawnmowers for some reason. I used to know all of the brands, all of the engines. And then as I grew up, my father started buying the Speed and Sound magazine.
Okay.
And that's where it actually now started taking off from.
That's when the bug did.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, no, it's interesting, man. So it came from a very young age.
Yeah, very, very young.
When did you start driving?
I started driving in grade 4. I think I was 10 years old.
Yo, you started young, man.
Yeah, my father taught me very young.
Okay, do you remember the car that you learned?
Green City Golf, a Chico.
Okay.
I think it was a 1.3.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And how was that, man?
yeah, it was fun, bruh. You know, when just starting something new for the first time, everything is fun. You understand?
Yeah.
And yeah, I used to do anything for them just to let me drive. Like wash the car, sweep off the hatch, nonsense like that.
Yeah.
And then they, you know, every time I do, then they take me around the block in parkings and stuff, and then that's how I learned talking.
Okay, no, that's interesting. And I guess it was a manual.
Yeah, it was amazing.
There's a manual, so you started with a manual.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good, man.
You can't drive if you can't drive a manual. I'm sorry. Anybody,
I didn't say that.
anybody who disagrees can find my address and come find me. I'm sorry.
We do not condone any violence here on Mararana. We do not condone that at all. No violence, no fighting. It's just an opinion.
Yeah.
No, that's interesting, man. So I guess that means your father had a huge influence in your
Yes.
car culture
Definitely.
from the beginning of it.
Definitely, Tony. Definitely. He's enabled me since I was young. Bro.
Yeah,
He's encouraged it since I was a very, very small boy.
yeah,
I think he also, you know, at the time, he was also into cars, but not on a level that we are now,
Yeah,
not even
yeah.
close.
yeah.
But yeah, the bug was there. Yeah. So
Okay.
The passion was there.
What's your favorite memory or the one memory that you like when you go back, when you started, when you were still young with you and your father in cars, whether it be building or driving or whatever?
To me, around 2006, 2007, me and my father built a Bentham bakkie.
Okay.
It was a show bakkie and it had sound, but it wasn't a Soundcom car. It had 215 JBLs,
Yes.
4 JBL mids. It was nice, man. It was like a metallic green,
Mm.
and you know the Fast and the Furious style
Yeah.
of those years. Yeah, it was a nice bakkie. It was standard motor, but it was a very nice bakkie.
Okay.
The doors open with the remote, the bonnet, all of those things. I have some pictures that I'll send you.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's where we started. And then eventually, I got my first car was a City Golf.
Okay.
So we built that car with a 2-liter 8 valve. That was supposed to be like my first car, but
Yeah.
we never really got the project done. And then, yeah, that's when we actually got into motorsport.
Okay.
I don't know if you want me to go there now or
We'll talk about the cars later. Let's just get to know you first.
Okay, 100%.
Yes. No, I hear. But the memory.
The memory, my fondest memory. Okay, I actually went off track.
It's all right, man.
My fondest memory, nah? I was studying in Cape Town, and just before I left, I had a 1400 that I was racing at the time.
Okay.
We broke that engine, and then I just got my Polo Vivo. I don't know if you know that car. I used to have a Polo Vivo.
What color? Silver one. Okay, I remember that one.
So I just got that car, and I wanted wheels.
Yeah.
So by some miracle, I convinced my father to let me sell that 1400's body
Mm-hmm.
without the motor and gearbox so that I can buy wheels for my Polo.
Okay.
And he went along with it, and I never realized why. So I sold that car, I bought my wheels, and I was very happy. When I came back from Cape Town for holiday, I went outside where we park our cars normally, like the project cars and the
Yes.
race cars or whatever. And then I saw this 1400 sitting on the trailer that he bought. 10-second bakkie, over 400 kilowatt. And I didn't know about it.
Yeah.
I didn't have a clue.
Yeah.
He just told me go and look what's outside. When I got there, I saw the new race car,
Sure.
and that's my fondest, one of my fondest memories.
So that was just for you.
Yeah, it was for me. It wasn't my car, but I was the only one who drove it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Just for the thought that he did that for you.
Yeah.
Okay. How's your relationship, bro?
It's a good one. You know, I think both of us are stubborn. I think we're both stubborn. I think sometimes we even compete to see who's the most stubborn. So, so yeah, we have some arguments like any father and son, but
Yeah.
it's a good one.
It's a good
It's a
one.
good relationship, honestly.
Okay.
Yeah.
It sounds like he's very, very supportive of your passion.
He's an enabler.
Yeah.
He's an enabler. Yeah, he's very supportive.
And just to let the people know, I've seen you even on bicycles with your dad.
Yeah, me and him used to cycle a lot. I know it doesn't look like it now, but
I didn't say.
we used to cycle a lot. We're actually going to start again soon.
Okay.
Just been busy with a few things, but yeah.
No, man, I love what I see in you and your father, the relationship that you have. I know it's from a distance,
Yeah.
from the outside, but what he does for you, what you do together,
Yeah.
I'm loving it. It's something that I wish every son or every child could get. It helps us, it keeps us going.
Definitely.
No, that's awesome, man. Now tell me, how is your mom with your passion?
Yo, she hates it, bro.
Like any other man.
She hates it. She doesn't understand it. She doesn't like it. She doesn't want anything to do with it.
Could it be because of the dangers of it?
I think the danger in the financial side of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she doesn't understand the amount of money we spend on this stuff, and also the danger. I think after my accident, I don't think she was a big fan of the stuff anymore.
She hated it even more.
Yeah.
Okay. No. Do you have any sisters and brothers?
I have two sisters.
You have two sisters.
Older one and a younger one.
Okay. And how are they with all of this?
They are never minded. I don't think they also. I won't say they don't like it, but they don't. They don't pay attention to it.
Okay. Okay. Now, when you go and race and stuff, going to show, do they support or do they come?
Sometimes. Very seldom.
Okay.
But when we go out of town, sometimes they'll go.
Okay. No, I see, my brother. Now, you've talked about one of the cars that you had. What was the first car that you would say this is your car that you got?
The first car that I bought
Yes.
with my own money is my silver Opel Manta. Believe it or not.
The one that I know.
The one you know. That is the first car that I bought and built with my own money.
Wow.
Okay, I've spent money on other cars that I had, but I never bought any of them.
Okay.
That Manta was my first. I bought, I painted, I built everything out of my pocket.
Wow.
So I'd actually say that's my first car.
We would say that's your first car.
Yeah.
But you had other cars that we would say. Let's go through that history. Let's go through that history before we get to the Manta.
Okay, so I've had a City Golf.
Okay.
I've had a Vivo.
Okay.
I've had a E30 with a Z3 stroker motor.
Okay.
Z3 setup. I've had a Ford Escort MK1 two-door with a 2-liter Pinto motor.
Yeah.
I've had 3 Opel Mantas. This is my third Opel Manta.
Okay.
The other 2 were not. I didn't buy them.
All right.
They were mine. What else? 2 1400s. I've had 2 baby Cres, K70 Corollas, 3 actually. What else? The F30 that you know. And then recently
This one. Hey, the Beast.
Yeah.
We'll get to the Beast. Now, all of those cars, was it come and go, or is there any of them that is still around?
At the I forgot the Datsun GX. Sorry about that.
No problem.
The Datsun is around. My Manta is around. This thing. I have 1 K70 Corolla, a future project. What else? Yeah, I think, and then the Datsun, but that's also not my car. Like I said, it's my father's. I raced it.
Oh, okay. Now, the one thing that you've been saying is racing. You deep into drag racing.
Heavy.
Why drag racing, bruh?
When my father started buying the Speed and Sound magazine, that was around 2001, 2002. We found out about this place called Taunton International Raceway.
Yes.
And then my father said we should take a trip there and go and have a look at those stuff.
Yeah.
we went through, and I remember the likes of Louis Lima, Sabi Kutsia, all the big guys those years running 8 seconds. We went into the pits, we had a look at the cars, we spoke to some of the guys. And I think that's where it started, but we never really had anything to race with up until 2010.
Okay.
2010 is when we started this whole journey.
Yeah.
Yeah, and till now we are still busy.
So the dangers of drag racing doesn't scare you,
To me, I believe,
or it drives you.
I wouldn't say it drives me. I get nervous, I get scared like anyone, but I will never let it stop me because I like, drag racing more than not drag racing.
Yeah.
That makes sense. So yeah, there's risks that come with it. I've accepted them. I've been in an accident, as I told you, and we're all gonna die. Sooner or later, all of us are going to die.
True.
What you do along the way is what makes life,
Worth it. Yeah. No, I get you. Now, drag racing is your passion. It's the one thing that you deep into.
Yeah.
Is there any other form of motorsport that you like?
Well, I like your stunt shows more. I wouldn't really say stunts, but car shows, show and shine.
Yes.
Whatever the difference is, I know it's these days stunts is show and shine, and show and shine is stunts.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Manta I'm building actually to be a show car.
Okay.
And I was into sound for many years.
I remember it.
With my Polo Vivo.
Yeah.
For many years I was into sound. I used to do all my own things. Build my own boxes, all that nonsense.
Yeah.
So I stopped. I think I've outgrown the sound. These days noise irritates me. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Okay.
I might build something again, but it will be more of a SQ car, like sound quality.
Yeah.
For competing.
Okay.
Yeah, just for enjoyment.
No, I hear you, my brother. Not that we hate sound, we love sound. We love the noise. But if you hear the noise that he makes with this baby, we'll get to it. Now tell me, my brother, you've mentioned the accident that you've been in. What car were you in when you had the accident?
The 1400 that I told you about that was on the trailer.
Yes.
Came out of the house.
Yeah.
I drove that car into a tree.
Can you tell us more of what happened, how it happened?
It's a bit of a long story, but we have time. Look, what happened was me and my father were alone at home.
Yeah.
My mother and my sister were in town.
Yeah.
Doing whatever they do. So my father was busy cleaning the pool, and then he mentioned to me that there's a E92 M3 in Luxembourg
Okay.
that he wants to go have a look at. He wants to buy the car.
Yeah.
And at the time he only had this.
Okay.
And this thing's aircon is never working. So on that day it was so hot, I told him, you know what? Let's wait for mommy them to come back with the PM. I'm not going to Luxembourg in that heat town.
Yeah.
Let's leave that thing or we'll go next weekend. He said, "No, sharp. We'll go next weekend." So he's busy cleaning the pool and I'm sitting there and he tells me, "Okay, why don't we test the race cars today?"
Yeah.
And because it's his cars, he's the one who calls the shots.
Yeah.
So whenever I get opportunity to drive there,
We were more than happy.
I'm more than happy.
Yeah.
So we had a Manta at the time that we used to race for, and this 1400. So the Manta was actually supposed to be his race car. So I pulled both cars out of the yard. I washed them alone, bro. Washed them. I called him. I said, "Come, let's take a drive." Now his car's brakes were not so great,
Okay.
and the car was ugly. So I told him, "You drive in front. I don't want you to bump my nice buggy with your ugly car."
Yeah.
Sharp. So we went just around the block, and on the last street on our way home, his car died at the intersection. We were turning right, his car died,
Yeah.
and he was struggling to start it. And I'm looking at the road and I'm thinking, I drove slowly the whole way. I can't drive slowly home. I must need to.
You must feel it a bit.
Yeah, so that bucket was always on 1.82 bar boost. You know, the full race map. It was never turned down, even when you drive it in the street.
Okay.
And I passed him and I put my foot flat. Second gear, the car came in boost. It started spinning. Third gear, car still spinning, but I'm controlling it, and then I hit a dip in the road, in the I don't know if you know that street of Lobatas Park.
Yes.
There was a deep dip there. Yeah. So I hit that dip. I suspected about 140, 150, maybe more. And then the car's rear lifted off the ground, was going sideways down the road. When it fell, I was trying to counter steer. I couldn't get the car straight. Eventually, it started turning towards the tree.
Okay.
And I just left everything and I said, Jesus, take the wheel. I woke up outside the car on the grass in front of someone's house. So I flew out of the front windscreen. Yeah. I flew out of the front windscreen and then that was the end of the day.
Yeah. Yo, that's a horrible experience, my brother.
Yeah, it was quite bad.
Yo, and what did that do to you as a racer or as a person?
I'm not gonna lie to me, it scared me.
Yeah.
After that, I wasn't comfortable with driving with someone.
Yeah. I can imagine.
The way I got rid of that fear. You know, there was a spin pitch behind fruit and veg here, behind Opel.
Yes, industrial side.
I went there one day just after the accident, and my arm was still broken. It was in a sling.
Yeah.
And you know Siga, miss?
I know Siga.
Siga used to spin that time. So I went into the pits and Siga just asked me, can you still drive? I said, yeah, I changed with this end.
Yeah.
I said, take the beer and go spin. Okay.
Just like that.
And I've never spun it like in a pitch or in front of a crowd.
Yeah.
And I went into the pitch and I just thought on nonsense. I couldn't even see because Siga's seat is against the back seat.
Yeah.
He's a big guy.
Big tall guy, yeah.
So I couldn't even see over the dash. Luckily, I didn't bump his car. And then after that, I was like,
you're fine now.
I'm good to go.
You got your medicine.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So that's how I got over it actually. It was a very short time frame. I mean, my arm was so broken.
Yeah. Okay. And your father, how did that the accident affect him?
To me, I was still in hospital and my father had already bought a new body for the engine of the 49.
Yo.
So yeah, he wasn't let anything, stop him.
Okay.
He wasn't going to let anything stop him.
Interesting. That's quite interesting. He still went forward with it.
Yeah.
Wow. I guess that's where the stubbornness comes in.
Yeah. No.
No, I hear you, my brother. Now, let's move to this one. This is your baby.
Yes.
This is the one we're going to talk about today. Before that, the Manta. That's the car that you said you bought with your own money.
Yes.
And
yes.
What have you done to that car?
To me, I bought that car. It was a shell. I painted it. I did interior. I put in a 2-liter 8-valve turbo Mazda engine, the EGI.
Yeah.
I did wheels on it. I did suspension. Yeah, that's about it. It's still an ongoing project. There's a lot of changes I want to make, but yeah, that's how far I got with that. I've driven the car. It was nice. I then broke the engine. I just recently received the parts to fix the engine, so next week I'm Brazil.
Okay. So the plan with it, is it to be more of a show car, a classic show car?
Yeah, it's more a street toy, something I can really drive and enjoy.
Yes.
And then I want it to be neat enough to be a show car.
Okay. Have you taken it to any shows?
I've taken it to 3 shows.
Okay.
Was it? No, it was 2 shows. 2 shows at Cooksley.
And how did you do that?
To me, at the first show, it got a trophy 3rd place best vintage. At the second show, it took 3rd place best old school and 2nd place best engine build.
Wow.
Yeah. And it's not done yet or close to being done.
Yeah. So it's looking good.
Yeah, I was quite proud of it.
Okay.
I think it's because it's something unique. You don't really see it.
And I guess also the fact that you put your own money and your labor into it.
Yeah.
That's nice, man. Any other plans with it?
Look, like I say, in future I'd like to respray it and I'd like to change the engine. I'd like to put in LS2 like what the Lumina is. Just a stock.
You also want it to be fast, no?
Look, it's quite fast at the moment, but I want something more reliable.
Okay.
So your bigger displacement engines like your V8s, they're tough.
Yeah.
They don't break easily.
Unlike forcing air into the engine and stuff like that.
So just a naturally aspirated stock LS2 with the auto or manual gearbox.
Okay. No, that's interesting. Now, my brother, I know you have a BMW as well.
Yeah.
You have a 3 Series that is causing trouble here in Mahikeng.
It was.
It was.
For a while.
Uh-huh.
For a while, it caused a lot of trouble. Yeah.
Tell us about that car, my brother.
To me, that was my mother's car.
Mm-hmm.
Eh? My mother was first owner on that car. She had it for, I think, about 11 years.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a 2013 model. She had about for 11 years. Then she bought herself a new car.
Mm-hmm.
And the trading value on that car was so horrible. She told me, you know what? All your cars are scraps. Just take this BM.
Yeah.
I took the car, and ever since she bought the car, I always wondered how would this car perform if I modified it a bit. And then I found out.
Yeah.
I found out, and we took it to MPH Performance in Joburg.
Okay.
They did a stage 2 file on it and a downpipe. That's it.
Okay.
And yeah, the car's quick.
So that's all that's done to it.
That's all. We put some ethanol in, and then we put on these slicks from the Lumina.
Yeah.
And then we race with it.
Oh. So you look at it, people, you'll see that car, you look at it and you think, this is just a stock standard car.
It's a sleeper.
Yeah.
It's a sleeper.
It's a sleeper.
Yeah, a lot of people underestimated it, and a lot of people got hidings. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, have you taken it to any formal drag racing?
Only one, we did Sierra's S-Trap last year,
Okay.
and it did quite good. It won its class,
Mhm.
and it did 13.8. 13.8, it's not bad.
It's not bad.
Mm.
Okay. Do you have, what's your future plans for it, if I may ask?
To me, for now, I just want to dress it up a bit.
Yeah.
You know, because that's my daily. I don't want to go far. So I just want to put a nice wheel on, maybe a small drop,
Yeah.
clean up the car, replace some parts that are not nice.
Yeah.
Still,
Well, it's just for the aesthetics, just to
yeah,
make it
just
look
to
nice.
make it look nice.
The engine, you're satisfied
It's
with.
100%.
Don't want to put a bigger table.
I would love to, but I can't.
Okay.
Because unfortunately, those motors, they are not very strong.
Yeah.
The rods and pistons, they're not good. So you have to change them if you want more than what I have.
Yeah. Sounds like you know a lot about engines and all of these things.
You know what they say to me, jack of all trades, master of none. I'm one of those guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you didn't go for any formal schooling.
No.
Okay.
I did fitting and turning in Cape Town. I didn't finish, but everything I know about cars have been self-taught.
Okay.
Mostly.
All right. So I guess you're one of us who look at YouTube and
Yeah.
you figure things out.
I read a lot and I watch a lot of videos.
Okay. All right. No, that's interesting, my brother. The Lumina.
Yeah.
Tell me about this Lumina. It's a Lumina SS utility. Which year is it?
To me, this is a 2009 model,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a 6. Oh, it was a 6-liter.
Okay.
And yeah, my father bought the car around 2010, 2011.
Okay.
I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, ever since then, he's done a lot. He's done a lot.
He's done a lot to it.
He's done a lot to it. And 3 years ago, he actually gave me the car.
Okay. I was about to ask, is it your car or is it his
Oh,
car?
it's mine.
It's officially your car. Okay. Now you say it used to be a 6-liter. Now, when you say used to be, what is it now?
It's a 7.2 now.
Mm.
Yeah, so the LS2 comes out aluminium block.
Yes.
Those blocks can't take a lot of punishment.
Yes.
So we imported a 7-liter cast iron block and a stroker kit to 7.2. So the crank rods, pistons, all forged, upgraded stuff.
Mm.
The heads are done, got an upgraded camshaft, bigger injectors. The only thing stock on the motor is the intake.
Yo,
It's the only thing.
that's the only thing stock
Only
there.
thing stock is the only
So this is primarily built to go fast.
thing. Yes.
Okay. Now, it obviously tells me that it has been on the drag scene.
Way too many times.
Yes.
Way too many times. I can't even tell you how many times this thing has been on Taunton,
Yeah.
you know, Kimberley, Freiburg,
It's been everywhere.
Zeres. Pretoria, Broncos Parade. It's been almost everywhere.
Now, what would you say is your best time of the car?
The best time of the car is 11:8.
Okay.
But my cousin Stefano drove it.
Okay.
Yeah, because he's like 1/4 of my way.
I've heard he's your Tokolosh.
Yeah, he's my top player. He's my secret weapon.
Yeah.
If I can't beat you and I see the race is close, I call him. Say, bro. Then we do weight reduction. You understand?
Yeah.
Take about 100 kgs out of the car almost. And then-
Instantly.
Instantly. So yeah, he did 11:8 with this thing. My
Okay.
best, I think, was a 12 flat. Yeah.
Okay, and I bet you want to beat that time.
I would love to. 'Cause
Yeah.
I don't hear the end of it.
Yeah.
I don't hear the end of it. Yeah.
Okay. Any future plans with the car?
There's a lot. Look, the gearbox, it's our third gearbox on this car. It's broken. 3 gearboxes. This one is also giving me issues. So I want to change to a 3-speed turbo 400 box.
Okay.
And then maybe in future I take off the nitrous and go turbo or supercharger. Because the
There we go.
nitrous it's a hassle, man. It's
Yeah.
a hassle because you're always filling bottles. It's just it's too much.
Too much work.
Yeah, and the power is not there for you driving the street because obviously you're just moving around town. You're not gonna switch on the motor.
Yeah.
So yeah, I prefer a turbo setup or supercharger.
Okay. Didn't you have a supercharger in here before?
No, it was never supercharger.
Okay, maybe I was dreaming. Maybe I heard something else. I thought you had a supercharger. All right, bruh. I know, like you said, it's been on the many drag strips, and you race it on the street as well.
Yeah.
Which do you prefer, the street racing or the strip racing?
It depends which car I'm using.
Okay.
This one and the BM I prefer the street,
Okay.
but my Datsun I prefer the track. Yeah. I
Okay.
didn't really want to race it in the street.
Yeah. And we never talked about the Datsun.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about the Datsun?
Well, the Datsun is my race car. It's
Strictly
proper-
race car.
strictly drag racing.
Okay.
So that car has a 2-liter 16-valve turbocharged Mazda motor, fully forged, and we've been through so many motors over the years, but usually the car makes between 450 and 500 kilowatt.
Okay.
And my best time of the car is 11 flat. My best time. Nobody else drives the car.
Yeah.
The only one who drives it.
Especially made just for you.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know when it will be ready?
Look, we were trying to make it for Easter, but we ran into some issues with the engine, and we busy making plans. Seems like it wasn't a lot of damage. There's still some parts that can be reused. We want to maybe go out to Taunton in May.
Oh, okay. Okay.
End of May, hopefully.
Hey, man, you've got a lot of project cars, man. You've got a lot of...
I have a few. Yeah.
Now I understand where your mother comes from when when you think of the logic of so much money getting into
Yeah.
this.
It's actually very stupid to do that, but I believe everybody has to have something that they spend their money on.
Yeah.
Otherwise, why work? Why bother doing anything?
Yeah.
You have to have something.
That you work for.
Yeah, you can't just make money and not like anything.
Yeah.
Why are you working?
Okay.
You don't like shoes, clothes, cars, motorbikes. Why are you working?
Exactly. Okay, bro. Like I was saying, it's amazing how much money goes into this passion. Do you have any sponsors? No sponsors.
My father is my sponsor. My one main sponsor, only sponsor.
Shout out to his dad. Shout out to his dad. Is any message that you'd like to say to him at this point?
I'd like to tell him that I know we argue a lot, and we argue a lot, but at the end of the day, I appreciate everything that he does for me. I don't understand till today why he does it,
Yeah.
but I do appreciate it. And I want to say to him that I know we've had some struggles now with the racing, but I know we will achieve our goals eventually. So yeah, That's all I have to say.
We appreciate you. We appreciate you. One of a kind, Dad. And I wish and hope that some people would have a dad like you. I know that some people do, but it's the kind of father love, father support that we all desire as young people. My brother, any plans for yourself as an individual besides from racing or just your ambitions in life?
To me, I have a few things that I want to get off the ground that I'm working on, but mostly it has to do with cars.
Okay.
I want to get into carbon fiber,
Okay.
manufacturing of carbon fiber parts, bonnets, doors, stuff like that. And then, that's basically what I'm working on now.
Okay.
And also, I'd like to get into spinning now.
Wow.
I'd really like to get into spinning. You know, drag racing is nice, but it's short. How can I say? It's quick
Yeah.
throws. There's
Yeah.
not much enjoyment because you go out of town, you do 4 or 5 runs if you're lucky.
Yeah.
You come back, you park the car for a month, 2 months. Whereas the guys that are spinning, they're going out of town almost every weekend.
Yeah.
They're getting paid, they're getting accommodation, they're getting tires, petrol. And you know, those guys, they go onto the pitch for 5 to 10 minutes, sometimes longer.
Yeah.
They are using their dance.
Yeah.
And I just think it's fun. I don't want to be competitive in it, but I'd like to get to the point where I also get booked for shows and
You be on the
just have
posters.
fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to do that.
Okay.
So I'm working on that for this year.
Okay.
Hopefully.
That would be awesome to see. The way you handle these beasts, I think will do amazing on the spin car.
Funny enough, I'm not gonna lie to you. My cousin had a spin car, had a baby Cres Stefano.
Yeah.
He had a baby Cres with the Lexus BM, and I spun it maybe 3 times. And I'm not good at spinning. I'm actually quite horrible. But
Yeah.
I think with practice, I haven't had a car that I can say this is my car. I can whenever.
But like they say, practice makes.
Practice makes perfect.
Yeah. I think all of us, we can, everything that we know, we learn it.
Yeah.
And the more you do it, the better you become.
Better you get, yeah.
Do you have any specific car that you'd like to build as a spin car?
I eat 30 how to go.
Okay.
Let's see.
I eat it, bro.
Bra E30 makes the crowd go crazy. You can use other cars, you won't get crowd like with the E30.
Yeah. But I think, don't you think that we are running out of bodies?
Definitely.
Yeah.
That's why the value of the E30s went up. Clean E30s, the value skyrocketed because the spinners are going through those bodies like nothing.
Yeah.
They're changing them like underwear.
Just see. No, all the best with that endeavor, my brother. And like I say, being able to handle a car at high speed, being able to handle a car when it's about to lose control and stuff like that, it builds something in your mind. And being able to react fast, I think you would do wonderful with spinning. I mean, I've seen you take some smoke with this one. So yeah, all the best with that and everything that you are planning in your life, my brother. Are you planning to get married?
Maybe in future.
Yeah, maybe in future.
When I'm financially stable.
Okay. And a couple of kids. Do you
I
have?
just want one. I just want a boy. I just want a boy.
Now you God bless you with your daughter, you're gonna try for a
Well,
son.
run away.
Hey, hopefully he doesn't mean what he's saying. Yeah, but all the best with everything that you're planning, my brother. Now we usually ask our people here, what's your word for the year? What would you say is your word for this year with everything that you're planning, with everything that you're doing?
To me, I'd say there's a saying I heard and I like it. It's actually quite deep, very short but very deep. Fail forward. Fail forward. Because as soon as you fail, you've learned a lesson.
Yeah.
So the key is to learn that lesson and don't do it again. So fail forward.
And don't stop there. Keep on going forward. Now, that's something that it links in with many other words from the previous episode where people would say, keep going forward, don't give up, keep going forward. No, it's awesome, my brother. Thanks again for this. Thank you very much for your time, my brother. And what's your target time for this one, if I may ask?
To me, I'd like to get this thing into the tens.
Into the 10.
Yeah. High tens, mid tens. That's my target, and then I'll stop there.
Okay.
Yeah. I won't go further.
And then the escort,
The Datsun.
the Datsun. sorry.
For now, the target is 10 seconds. I've been 11 flat with it. I'd like to get into the 10s. We've been struggling for years. And then from there, we're gonna push. If we can get it to a mid 9, then we'll build a new car. Like we want to go 7 zone.
So you don't have the ambition of 8-second car like on the
I
fast.
want to go 7 zone.
7s.
That's what I'm saying. If we can reach 9.5 with this car, the plan is to build a new car to go 7 zone.
Yo,
Yeah.
wouldn't you like to race bikes?
No, I nearly died on a bike once.
Serious?
Yeah, I feel with bikes, if you don't grow up with them, you should stay away from them.
Okay.
So yeah, I've driven a few, not even 1,600s that
Yeah.
my cousins had, and I nearly got into some trouble.
Yo. No, that's a story for another episode. He has promised me that he's gonna bring the Manta, and we'll get to find out what happened with the motorbike.
Yeah.
Good people, thank you so much for watching. I'd like to take this time to humbly ask you guys to please hit the subscribe button. Please like the video. Please share it with the people out there. And please, guys, keep on supporting us with this show. My brother, where do we find you on the socials?
To me on Instagram, I'm Chippy1306.
Chippy1306?
On TikTok, they can check me at Chippy Race.
Chippy Race. So you're only on those two platforms?
I am on Facebook, but I don't post there.
Oh, okay. What was your reason for leaving YouTube, if I may ask?
Space on my phone. I need a new phone. I'm not gonna lie to you, but my
Yeah.
phone, it can't.
Yeah.
It can't.
No, I get you. My people, thank you so much. I'd like to shout out to my sponsors again, the Pork Shop, where we are every Thursday doing what we do. I'd like to take this time to also thank Team Beast, more specifically Carlos De Silva. Thank you so much for everything that you're doing for us, for keeping us going. To Ryan of Mr. Injector Motorsport. If you need suspension done, if you're having problem with the injectors, if you need air ride suspension, talk to Ryan. We will have all the details down on the description below. I'd like to shout out Xtreme Base, Uncle Mo. Thank you so much for everything that you're doing for us. Thank you so much, people. We love you. We appreciate you. It is again me, Itumelenka Risotlaleti, also known as Tumiti, your boy from Destined Life Media. We out. Peace. Yo, today there was something going on with my mind. I don't know what was
It's
going
the heat, bro.
on.